to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. So you're dubbed as the romantic piano sensation. Do you consider yourself a romantic?
Well, I think all of us are romantic to a certain extent. I think we all have parts of us that you know, are all about the way we communicate to people, our feelings and emotions. It's just that I have them, you know, from my heart and soul right there out on the piano, you know, and so I think some people think that I'm romantic, I suppose.
So this is the Simple Things tour. How did the whole concept of the album come about?
Well, I want to get back to the basics of just the piano, you know, just the sort of pretty melodies of the piano. And so much of us, our lives are so busy and we're so stimulated by things all the time coming at us. And I wanted to just take it back to more of an easygoing, take a deep breath, just simply piano music. And that's really how the title began.
Were you working on this album, or the concept of the album, while you were touring?
I had had a little bit of time off in the summer of last year, and that's when I started working on the album.
And the book.
And the book.
The book.
Yes.
How is that connected with the album?
The book grew out of the whole concept of the album. The idea that simplifying your life was all about these moments in your life that that were hard to understand, because so many of us are so connected to cell phones and emails and pagers and everything that takes us away from people and the things that are really important. And I wanted to write about it in the book. And it's not supposed to be like a 12-step program or something like that.
Do you have any suggestions as to how one could simplify their life?
Well, one of the things I talk about in the book is about taking a little bit more time for yourself. You know, so many of us are so busy, and I find that even though it's really hard sometimes, if I get up, you know, like even 10 or 15 minutes earlier in the day, and not to start work or anything, but just for myself to get up in the morning and just kind of relax and just either to take a bath or to, you know, to read a book or something like that.
You have a big following in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, are you thinking of doing an international tour? Are you going to have stops?
I am. I'm planning to come back to the Philippines in March, and there's some discussion about doing some work with Sharon Cuneta on a concert, possibly. We're just in the talks about it right now, but she has 2 of my songs on her new album.
If you could pick one person to collaborate with musically right now, who would it be? Any person.
Barbara Streisand,
wow,
I would say.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. Just this moment, I would say. You know, there's so few great singers in the world that are just great singers. Of course, Sharon is one of them. Regine Velasquez, another incredible singer. I've worked with so many great Philippine artists. It's every time I go there, it's just one great singer after the next. It's really wonderful.
You know, you have a big following here, and they call themselves brickheads, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a brickhead already. But of all the albums that you have out there, what is your favorite one?
Well, it's not so much that I have a favorite, because obviously they're all different, but I tend to like the earliest albums, like No Words and By Heart, because they were before people knew who I was, so there wasn't a lot of pressure to do anything specific. It was just, it is what it is. Any
more plans to write more books, or?
Maybe. You know, we've been getting so many great stories from people about simple things that in their life that they've cherished, that they write into their website at jimbrickman.com. I'm thinking about putting those into a book.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Well, it was great to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, too.
I'm going to enjoy the concert.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And have a great show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So much of the time you meet people who have a different point of view about your music, but there's always something you can sense about people. And one of the best things about my audience and my fans is that they really understand the music more than anything. That to them it's more about the spirit and the soul of the music, and certainly people like Jennifer have a way of communicating that. Even though it's unspoken, you can just feel it, and that's the cool part.
Thank you, Stateside, for giving me this opportunity to meet Jim Brickman and to interview him and to see him in concert. Thanks so much.